Colonel Wyatt hits the screen, got stories bold and keen. Old soldier, sharp and mean, tells truths they've never seen. Rugby lover with a roar, Africa flowing in his core. YouTube rants they can't ignore, his passion makes his heart soar. Colonel Wyatt, hear his call, shining light through it all. Trolls may rise, but he'll stand tall. Subscribe now, don't miss the brawl. Military mind, keen and wise, truths come out, no disguise. South African skies, in his eyes, hear his voice, no surprise. Retired soldier with the fight, in the dark he brings the light. Angry rants, truths ignite, join the cause, join the ride. Colonel Wyatt, hear his call, shining light through it all. Trolls may rise, but he'll stand tall. Subscribe now, don't miss the brawl. Enemies knocked on his door, trolls attack, but he's more with each click. Watch him soar on the truth waves, he explodes. Colonel Wyatt, hear his call, shining light through it all. Trolls may rise, but he'll stand tall. Subscribe now, don't miss the brawl. Right now, don't miss the brawl.
Take a picture.
Golden hair blazing in the sun's fierce light, a figure stands tall in the dead of night. Shadows crawl, but he doesn't sway, a sentinel guarding the break of day. Words like fire burn through the air, a defender of dreams and the world's despair. Facing storms with an unyielding grin, the fight for truth always starts within. Stand tall, golden hair in the wind. The tides may rise, but we won't give in. Through the chaos, a beacon so bright, leading us all to the edge of the fight. The world quakes as the battle ignites. Through the smoke, he's a vision of might. Foes gather aiming from every side, but he moves with purpose and endless pride. Try to break him with venom and lies, but he soared like an eagle, piercing the skies. A symbol of hope when the night is long, a melody rising, a defiant song. Stand tall, golden hair in the wind. The tides may rise, but we won't give in. Through the chaos, a beacon so bright, leading us all to the edge of the fight.
So now they're crying over toys. Toys made in China. They say tariffs will ruin Christmas. I say good. Maybe it's time your kids learn where things come from. Not everything shows up in a box with a smile. We gave China our factories. They gave us cheap junk. Now we take it back. And if a few kids miss out on plastic garbage this year, blame the deals you voted for.
I mean, it's just insane. Oh, it's been 3 weeks. Okay, get a grip. I mean, honestly, people have no idea what's involved here. A thorough background investigation must be completed to prove who you are, where you're from, what you're saying is true. That has to take place. There's an administrative process that has to take place. Interviews have to be conducted. Medical screening has to be done. All this stuff takes time.
I'm saying bye to all the lies and all the times you cried, saying that I wasn't right, yet I was right by your side. You manipulator, playing games, your friends commentators, and I don't know what you say about our private conversations, but it's got them hating. Thanks to all the rumors you be claiming. It's cool, I'm done with you, so they can throw you a celebration. You gon' hate it when you see me with somebody living better. I'm trying to tell you that me just doing me gon' have you jealous.
Hello, folks. Good morning. Ooh, zip that up a little bit. That looks a little bit better, a little more professional. Good evening. Welcome back to the program. It's after 11 p.m. on Eastern Standard Time. Indiana Fever playing out on the West Coast against Golden State, and Caitlin Clark held just 2 points in the first half, but 6 assists and 4 rebounds. So she's not having exactly a bad game. Aaliyah Boston racking up the points, double digits for the Fever in the first half. Welcome back. Let's see who's here. Apologies for the no notice. A problem is when I got that timeout, we'll call it, from YouTube a couple nights ago. What happened was I made several videos private, unlisted, so that they couldn't be attacked, because I didn't know if I'd played something that might have made them mad. And when I do reuse the settings, I didn't realize it was set for private. So I set this stream up over an hour ago, and then right before time, like, nobody sees it. There's nobody there. I've never had nobody show up for a stream. What's going on? Even when I only had a dozen subscribers and was going live, well, I had 1,000 subscribers. I mean, a dozen people would show up. So it's entirely my fault. So it's taken care of. So we'll have a smaller audience because people aren't getting the word. But sorry about that. That's on me. And I have to make sure that I'm not doing that every time. But let's see. So I'm good on the news report, so I can duplicate that, and I can duplicate the night owl. So I should be okay. The one I have to watch is the Sunday one. That one's unlisted, so I have to remember that on the Sunday I'm going to have to check on that. So hopefully I won't mess that up too. But pushed over 103,000 subscribers today. My plaque, folks, I got an email while I was out at a meeting earlier this evening, and my plaque is delayed. It won't be here tomorrow. Figures. Saturday now, so we'll see what happens. It's supposed to rain on Saturday, so that's going to suck. But yeah, my plaque is supposed to be here on Saturday now, so I'm not doing a bait and switch here, not playing games with you, just a statement of fact there. Well, what an interesting day here. I found myself under assault, being attacked by a bunch of people, some of them frauds, others envious. I don't know what their problem is. I only go after public figures or people who attack me. So, and most of the people attack me, I just ignore. It's not worth the time and effort. But it's amazing how people have no respect for, number one, your elders. I'm older than most of these people who are being rude to me. That's number one. Number two, for people who've given their all for everyone else. No respect, It's amazing. Fascinating to see people behave like that. Let's see who we got in the chat here. Tom Pulteney, Alma's here. Cherry. Hello, Cherry. Cherry, baby. Modern talking. Gina Mullman, a mental chewing gum. Ants. Dylan Combrick and OG JJ Pretorius. Good morning to you. Ingrid's Inspirations is here. Wesley DeClerc, Dirk Kutsia, Steampunk Angel, The Truth Channel, Jesse Randolph, Pig Daddy RSA, okay. Nicola's here again. Good to see you again. Nicola, am I correct in associating with you with Bolito? I've got that stuck in my mind, Bolito. Tell me if I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Yana Kruger, welcome to you. I am getting older here. I had a hard time remembering names. Yes, and earlier a name was given to me. Now I know why I couldn't remember who it was, because I went looking in my WhatsApp. I have no WhatsApp from my medical physical therapist. She'd only called me on my phone, so that's going to be on this phone, which is dead. Let me charge it so I can get her number out of here. And I don't know if I saved it, but I think she sent me a text, and then I can find her number. But yeah, her mom didn't send me her number. Yeah, so she was worried about my. I thought I had her on a freaking WhatsApp though, but I couldn't find it WhatsApp. Anyway, active campaign in South Africa going on and discredit the refugee program. Definitely picked up in the last few months. Yeah, it's true. And the programs are not just discrediting the program, but also discrediting the people who are actually telling the truth about the program. That's why I've become a target. Can't find the Facebook post. The Facebook posts were probably removed, but people gave screenshots, and I've got the screenshots of some of the things that were said about me. Yep. This is why you have to push back. When people are lying and they're slandering people, someone needs to stand up. I wasn't in any of those groups. There's nothing I can do to stand up. Yep. There is definitely active campaigns. Yes, it was me and my mom. I thought so, Nicole. I'm not senile yet. Getting close, but not quite there. Sorry, talking to myself here. Yeah, anyway, no, not quite there. I'm not senile yet. Okay. Look, guys, I met 1,400 people at least at meet and greets. Some of them I knew only through usernames, which they change frequently, and I have to remember the personalities on there. Some that sent me emails, others I'd never met at all, and we took so many selfies. I met so many people, it was amazing. So I don't remember everybody all the time, especially when it comes to usernames. It's like, was it Alan Gill? He told me that, he's of American origin. His ancestors from America went to South Africa, and I was tired the other night. I couldn't remember that. It happens, guys. It happens. I'm really impressed with Carolyn Levitt, but she sees those reporters every day, so she knows them by name because she sees all 60 of them every day. So good to have you back in our home. Just want to know perhaps any complications regarding refugee for LGBT. No. Why? What do you mean? Do you mean is somebody gay? There's no impact. We give refugee status to lots of homosexuals. I don't understand the question, Lynette. I have open lesbians who watch my show. They like my show. They get along with me. Look, folks, I have no problem with people, their faith. I have no problem with people, their ethnic origin. I have no problem with people, their sexual orientation. I have a problem with people with political agendas trying to sexualize children and people who commit abortion and call it, well, it's my right. It's not your right to end a human life. That's where I have problems. That's where I draw the line. That doesn't mean there's never justification for abortion. But I mean, look, my wife and I met the colonel in Pretoria. Sure did. Call me Novak. But I always confuse call me Novak with someone down in Belleville. Sometimes I get you and my friend in Belleville mixed up. I don't know why. ANC was selling nuclear material to Iran. Some news. We don't know if it's true, Jan Filion. It may be true. There's lots of supposition about it, but I have no evidence it's true. Charles Van Alton, the voice of reason, has joined us. Welcome to you. Hey, Rebecca, what's going on? And Wesley says 100%. 100% for what, man? All the Facebook posts. Gotcha. Okay. Yes, Ukraine is not in the media cycle. The LA riots are not in the media cycle. The big, beautiful bill is barely in the media cycle. It's all Iran all the time. Yeah. So there you go. Nothing on South Africa. So did anybody watch my, was Cyril Ramaphosa snubbed? Did anybody see that video? Let me see. Some saw it. Let's see, got 11,000, 12,000 views. Well, that's less than normal. But when did I publish it? I published it in the afternoon, late in the afternoon. So it's already 9 o'clock South Africa time. So that's why that's probably not getting many views. Hopefully it'll pick up today. Yeah. Truth behind the Bergville. That interview with colleague Creel has only got 5,000, but that wasn't published until after 9 p.m. So, and then I did a few social media things tonight, which are social media cowards. Yep. Boy, I'll tell you, folks, if you had seen the raw footage of my video for the social media cowards misleading refugee aspirants and then the short that I did, I didn't edit the short, but this one here, I clipped an awful lot out of that because I used some very crass, very crude language directed at people. I had to clean that up. Had to clean that one up before I posted it. Yep. Missed a few videos. Well, you guys can catch up with them later on. Thank you, Seth. ANC was, I don't know if they were. I saw that, yes. Snubbed my eye. Yeah, he wasn't snubbed. You had no appointment. How can you be snubbed when you don't even have an appointment? I mean, that's just comical. I could claim I've been snubbed. Yeah, I've been snubbed. I haven't made the dance video yet for John Travolting. I haven't done that yet, folks. Haven't done that one yet. Working on that. So just been so busy. Tomorrow, it's in a few hours. Tomorrow on Friday, we will have on Rugby Senate, we'll have the British and Irish Lions taking on the Argentine Pumas in Dublin at Aviva Stadium. So you can tune in at 9 p.m. South African time if you like. By the way, someone on Professor G's channel said I'm a terrible rugby analyst, and also lied and said that that's how I started. I started doing rugby and I was terrible at it. No. Get your facts straight. 2006, first channel. Original channel. Still there. Removed for 2 years. Restored. 2006. Almost 20 years I've had that YouTube channel. Has 22,000 subscribers, millions of views. So you're wrong. The rugby channel didn't come about until later. I don't know when exactly did I put the Rugby Senate channel up. I don't recall exactly when it was, but I think it was late 2020 or 2021. And I did it because people said you should give it a shot. And I did. People liked it. So, if you don't like my rugby calling, then don't watch it. Many people love it. A lot of people watch my rugby. They put on Joel Stransky, Matthew Pierce, and Hayani Shamangi. They put them on mute and listen to me. Yeah, they got no life and nothing else but to moan about stuff like that. It's really sad, But, I've seen this my whole life in the military. I saw people were envious, and they work behind the scenes, undermine their leadership. When you find those people, you need to root them out. The colonel snubbed us when YouTube blocked him. No, that's not true, geese. That's not true. While I was blocked, I produced multiple videos and loaded them. You guys didn't watch them. Let's see. So I was blocked Tuesday night. So that meant from the 17th till after midnight on the 18th. So on the 17th and 18th, the 18th, let's see how many videos I published. On the 18th, I published Where Did I Go? That was the first one. Then I did South Africans Rush for Refugee Spots in the USA. That was the second one. Then I did Ramaphosa's fictional G7 meeting with Trump. That was the third video I did. And then I did the Chris Wyatt Reports the News one, which actually got 10,800 views. That's not too bad. 10,000. That's pretty good. I mean, lower than prepared videos, but that was supposed to be the news, a live stream. That one took me about 5 hours to make, guys. I didn't snub anybody. I know you're joking, you're being facetious, but I did produce, because I wasn't blocked on the channel. I didn't get a strike, which made the timeout all that more confusing, especially when they wouldn't tell me how long. It was 24 hours. Yep, still made content even when I was blocked. Yep. Social media does provide idiots opportunity to do things they think is anonymous. Is your analysis of the alleged Chinese planes flying to Iran? I saw an article on Fox this morning about this. JJ Pretorius, we don't know. I raised questions about that whole thing because what happened is it's not a Chinese plane. It's a Luxembourg company that's partially owned by a Chinese firm. It flew from China to Luxembourg. However, it diverted towards Iran, changed its flight path, and then turned off its transponder when it got over Turkmenistan. We don't know if it ever entered Iranian airspace, if it landed there or it landed in Turkmenistan. But it appears it landed in Turkmenistan. Who knows what they did there? So I don't know what they did, but it is very suspicious. And the denials from Cargo Lux are simply that, denials which nobody is buying. Call me Novak's wife and son listen to my rugby commentary. If the United States leaves the nuclear test ban, what's going to happen to Honeywell stock? I don't know. What would happen to Honeywell stock, Holden? You always ask these interesting questions. Geese was just joking because he saw all those videos. But those videos actually did pretty well. I mean, consider 31,000, 36,000, 39,000, 10,000. So that's 30, 69. That's 100, about 110, 112,000 views for those videos when I didn't have live streaming. That helped. JJ says, thanks. You're welcome. There are some prepared videos I still need to watch, but it will only be ones you posted yesterday and last night. Okay. Yana, thank you for that. Yep. Alabella. We love all the vids from the Colonel. Thank you, guys. That person sounds like having sour grapes because he can see the game. He can't see the game. Yeah, that may be it too, Conrad. One of the things about doing those videos is you get much lower per minute, average viewer time, because if you get 50,000 people, I've had 100,000 people, 130,000 people tune in for my rugby. So, it can't be that bad. If 100-some thousand people tune in and 10,000 stay for the duration of the game, my analysis can't be that bad. I mean, I have had more people watch some of my test matches on Rugby and Senate than are watching it on television in different countries. So, it's that's not a normal thing. I'm getting about 5, 10, 15,000 on most of these things now. So anyway, software with electronic nuclear testing, don't they? Well, Honeywell makes all kinds of things. Diagnostic equipment, computers, they do all kinds of things, Holden. So, I mean, I don't know how big a revenue stream that is. I don't imagine it's a very big one. Funny how trolls always bash others for success, says more about their own failures. Misery loves company. Yeah, exactly. Ignore the dummies. Yeah, no, I could sit here and read my CV, but then I would be called full of myself, That's like, I got called by some clown called an entertainer and a clown. And I love that one of my viewers said, well, if Colonel Wyatt's a clown, how do I get to be in that circus? That was a great line. Petrus Fundalinda. It's a long explanation around flight tracking software as it works with internet. Iran not working, so cannot believe flight tracking. Yeah, but the transponder disappeared over airspace that wasn't Iranian. So anyway. Yeah, there's a lot of sour people on social media, and it really is. It's a shame. So, I've made a couple videos recently for people that I'm connected with on LinkedIn. I analyzed things they said, and I was very careful not to embarrass or insult them despite their poor analysis, trying not to be gratuitous. But, yeah, anyway. So, what are you going to do? What are you going to say? Any update on when the truth? I have no update on that, Dirk. I wrote to Rob Hersoff a short while ago, but nothing to do with the Truth Report. And I'm still waiting back for an edit on a video I did for the beekeeping. Hopefully that'll come soon. I don't know the status of that. Also, I don't know if my video that I sent them got published the other day. So I did a video. Let me look and see. The Truth Report. But I really need that platform. No, my video is still not showing up there. Who's this? Is that Big Daddy? No, I still don't see my video. Let's see who this is.
Yo, what up, guys? It's Kanyisa Jam Jam here, and I'm here with the truth.
Jam the comedian. This guy's on the Truth Report. I don't even know who he is. Caught me off guard completely. Check it out. Jam the comedian. I guess he's out in the street asking questions. This is one of the things we want to do with the channel, have very comprehensive stuff.
Report in Cape Town, and we're here to find out what you guys think about the news that is being reported to you.
I think you pay a lot of tax, but you don't get anything for it, right? So a lot of the optimism has been stifled a bit. I saw some pride.
In charge of the country, I feel like at least you have to at least have a background of the kind of department that you will be leading. There has to be a certain criteria that these ministers are.
Well, that's interesting, but I'd be much more interested in what people are saying in Kailicha. That's just me. Anyway, yeah, that's cool. So, but 7 dislikes. What is with people, man? Yep, where are my videos at, man? Anyway, I'm getting a little frustrated with it. So, yeah, anyway. But Truth Report, still don't know. See, Rob is going to step back for a while. Yep. Yeah, Dirk, yeah, he's going to do that, so. Those idiots trying to discredit you, slander you, nitpicking at everything you do and say are just jealous and have inferiority complex. Pay them in mind. The thing is, though, Ingrid, is you can't simply ignore all that stuff. We tried that in the past, and it led to smears against the channel and the channel being attacked, and then people making false claims against me. Look, if someone's going to slander me, I'm not going to stand for that. I'm not going to stand for that. That's a criminal act. That is a criminal act. So calling people names, or, making supposition is a different thing. But making false claims about people is slander or libel if it's in print. So I'm not going to stand for that. That's unacceptable. People shouldn't be allowed to get away with that sort of stuff. Like claiming I work for the CIA with no evidence. What a bunch of nonsense. And people believe that stupid stuff. They really do. I could use the money from the CIA. We're talking, I would be senior executive service level 1 at least. Or level 3. Is it backwards? I forget how it works. Anyway, I'd be a general officer equivalent if I worked for the CIA right now, and I'd be making some serious quan. Not to mention I could go anywhere I want, anytime. And I'd fly much better than I fly. I fly economy now. They don't fly economy. Hey, Xander von Rensburg. So that's the biggest tell. If you actually think I work for the CIA never flies economy. Never. Watch me on a plane. People that know me have been, like the first time I went over in 2022, since I started doing this, that first trip, I got on a plane in Atlanta and people recognized me from South Africa. It was pretty funny. That was really cool. I don't really get noticed on the planes too much anymore, but that was pretty cool on that trip. Is it criminal or civil? It's criminal. It's criminal. It's not civil. It's criminal. Because you destroy someone's reputation, it's a criminal act. Yeah. Seems Rob's totally out of public speak. Watch podcast with Heinz and him. I don't know that he's totally out, but he certainly stepped back a bit. Taking flak means, well, it means you're over the target, Jeremy. You're taking flak because the flak is the air defense. You're over the, means you're flying over the target. Yep, that's the phrase. Yep. Sickmaster's here. Freya Dutoy, welcome to you. Good morning. Who have I missed here? Hey, CB, what's going on? Best players, commentators, and other offense subject to criticism from the sidelines. Yeah, they are. They are. Look, I mean, I'm not perfect. I don't get everything right, and I certainly don't make all the right decisions. If I made all the right decisions, I would have freaking, probably poured a whole bunch of money into building this business. But yeah, I really there's a number of people that are trying to do some things and go to South Africa. I've heard rumor that Tucker Carlson wants to go film something in South Africa, and Dave Rubin wants to talk about South Africa. I'm available, guys, if you'd like to talk about it. What would be really, what would be cool if Tucker Carlson went to South Africa and he had an American colonel walking with him, advising him on camera, talking about, hey, this is perspective, from this side, and, explaining things, and then talking to South Africans and saying, hey, how right was he? Was he wrong? We have a state dog. That's news to me. I know the flower for Maryland is Black Eye Susan. Yep. And and for Pennsylvania, the Buckeye is a state symbol. Yep. Yep. But I had no idea that Pennsylvania has a state dog. No idea. Philip Engelbrecht, what's going on? These days are frustrated because the U.S. isn't sharing info on the refugee program, so they have to attack groups and individuals subjectively reporting on it. Yeah, exactly. William Penn had a great day, and I didn't know that. If people are attacking or criticizing you, it might be because you're doing something right. Yeah, well, I'm making an impact. That's your right. No, it's true. It's true. But, legitimate criticism is one thing. But, people are always trying to start cock. People try to start nonsense between Byron and I. They tried to start nonsense between Ronaldo and I. They tried to start nonsense between Professor G and I. It ain't working. It ain't working. Xavier Grayling, what's going on, brother? Someone who knows so much about South Africa. Thank you, Nicola. It's not just South Africa, though. Yeah, people are okay. So, guys, yeah, where are we at here? Where are we at? So, let me take a little lineup. I know you're not all rugby fans, but let me just take a look at the lineups here. So, the British Irish Lions, Marcus Smith gets the start at fullback. Tommy Freeman, Siona Tupoloto from Scotland, and on the inside center, or outside center, Bundi Aki from Ireland. Yep. Duhan van der Merwe, Scotland. Finn Smith, Alex Mitchell from England. Ben Earl, Jack Morgan, Tom Curry. Yeah. That's not the VidCont, is it? It's the other Curry. Tad Byrne from Ireland. Mario Itoje is the captain. Finlay Beelan from Ireland. Luke Cowan-Dickey from England. And Ellis Genge from England. Ronan Kelleher. Pierre Schoeman is on the bench. Tad Furlong. How cool for Pierre Schoeman to be a South African, plays for Scotland, and plays in Edinburgh, and now plays for the British and Irish Lions as a South African. Scott Cummings, Henry Pollock, Thomas Williams, Elliot Daly, and Mac Hansen from Ireland. Mac Hansen, that guy's a little dynamo. Yeah, News 24 is down to 20 Rand a month for 12 months. They're starting to become desperate. Yeah, well, that's not what they're charging me, the bastards. Charging me a lot more than that. Santiago Carreras, Rodrigo Isidro, Lucio Cinti, Justo Picado, I don't know him, Ignacio Mendy, Tomas Albanese, Gonzalo Garcia, Joaquin Oviedo, Juan Martin Gonzalez, Pablo Matera, Pedro Rubiolo, Franco Molina, Joel Sclavi, Julian Montoya is the captain, and Mako Vivas. Never heard of him. Yeah, Boris Wanger's on the bench. That's interesting. Yep. It will be played at Lansdowne Road, which is supposed to be at Aviva Stadium. I thought it was at Viva. This says Lansdowne Road. James Dolman, is that the address? James Dolman from New Zealand is referee. Nika Amashukeli from Georgia. That guy's terrible. Andrea Piardi on the sidelines. And Eric Gauzans from France. I don't know that Eric Gauzans. Never heard of him. That's the lineup for tomorrow. Today. Well, in a few minutes it'll be today. Welcome. Maddie, what's going on? Seriously strong Argentina team. Yeah, well, the English team is not the English. The British and Irish Lions is nothing to sneeze at. 20 Rand for cockprot. That must be cock. Yeah, haters hate when they can't control, when you don't fit their narratives, their ego, weakness, and insecurity get loud and keep rising. Yeah, that's true. Did you like the song Young at Heart, Bodies Fall Apart? Huh? Which one is that? The combined AU New Zealand team and team playing Alliance will be like 2 more tests. Will be awesome. Has there been any further info on the Doomsday flight that landed in Andrews Air Force Base on Tuesday? No idea what you're talking about there, Lee. Sjorgunsen. Wow, that is a mouthful name there. So is that Norwegian? Sjorgunsen. Sjorgunsen. Wow. Having a coffee break from work. Your lives are perfect, refreshing break. Well, living your best life. You know, unfortunately, my cable is kind of frayed. It's still working, but I need to put some electrical tape on it. It's a bit disconcerting to see your mobile phone cable get loose and frayed there. I paid $60 or $70 for this damn charger. You know, I got this Samsung S21 Ultra. It didn't come with a charger. Who the hell gives you a phone without a charger? I guess now because you have a C connection, but didn't even give you a cable. Bastards. Bastardi. That's a freaking, you know, $1,800 phone. I didn't pay $1,800, by the way. It's an $1,800 phone. I've had it for going on 5 years now. When did the S21 come out? Let me see. S21 debuted. Samsung S21 debut. 2021, yeah. Wow. 4 years. I've had that for over 4 years. Wow. And now you can get them for $200. Refurbished. Wow. But I want the S25. I saw it on sale, but I just couldn't part with $1,000. Oof, it's a lot of money. News only to push the narrative. Not for me, Chris Kruger. Sky News, I think, reported on Doomsday Plan. I don't know anything about that. Didn't get a chance to watch last night's live stream. It was too late, and watch a little later. Well, last night's live stream. Oh, last night, early evening for me. Yeah. Dude, you really need a new phone. No, man, I've taken about 700,000 photos and probably 80,000 videos on this thing. Maybe that sounds about right. Still working fine. Although I'm a little concerned about the sound fading in and out sometimes. When you shine, their shadows get louder. Insecurity wears many masks. Hate, arrogance, and fake superiority. There you go. Oh, geez, you got an Ultra too. Yeah, these are all awesome, man. I love these phones. They're really good. It's the best phone I've ever had, hands down. Never been better. Nothing has ever been better than this. But it's getting long in the tooth with the battery. Yeah, no need to upgrade unless broken. Well, the problem is I got to carry a power bank. When I was in South Africa, I made so many videos. I was constantly plugging the power bank. Yeah, the S21 is the best phone ever, man. I mean, the problem is you get such a good phone. It's like getting a great car. You're almost afraid to upgrade, you know? Almost afraid to get a new one. S25 with 1 terabyte. Now, see, that's what I want, George. S25 with 1 terabyte. 40,000. That's $2,000. Good God, George. Man, don't leave that thing laying around. C-ports will now be standard all. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's going to be standard. But the S25 is incredible, man. It was on sale from Amazon. By the way, Prime days are coming up again. Let me go to Amazon real quick and see if that was on sale yesterday. Did I put it in my box? I don't think I did. No, I didn't put it in my basket. Damn it. Should have put it in my basket. I did order a book. But the S25, I just didn't get it. So cell phones, one viewed. Will it show me my browsing history? Oh, there it is, still on sale, 21% off. Samsung S25, Galaxy S25 Ultra cell phone, 512 gigabyte, AI, smartphone, unlocked, Android, AI camera, fast processor, long battery life, 1 year manufacturer warranty, titanium, silver blue. But I don't want 512, I want 1 gigabyte. But it doesn't say 1 gigabyte. Do you have to get the S25 Plus to get this? S25 Plus. No, none of these are offering 1 terabyte. Damn it. So, yeah. So I'm not sure which one's the better one now. So, I put it in my basket, but I'm not ordering it. He's saying that. Here's the chargers. What the heck? Let's see it. What does it show me? There's the chart. Why is it doing that? It went skip right past the chargers. Huh. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know if it comes with a charger or not. So anyway, whatever. Cell phones retired S10 after 9 years. Battery life down to 6 hours without calls. Now 24 Black Friday. Bite the bullet and got S25. Lots of money and no cable. Yeah, exactly. No charger, no cable, no nothing. That's what was the S21 when I bought it. I'm like, what the hell? 1 terabyte Samsung in South Africa is $29,000. A lot of money for phone. Well, Fred, you think that's bad? George just talking about 40,000. Yeah. Well, I want a 1 terabyte. So yeah. Let me see if I can find that on Amazon. I'm looking to see if they've got it on sale. First, let me go back to Amazon and see what Amazon's got. Okay, so S25 Ultra. Let's just go with S25, see what comes up. Here we go. S25, 256, no. 128, no, thank you. No, thank you. Where are the 1 terabyte ones at, man? 512, nope. I don't see anything that's got the all 512. I want a terabyte, man. I got 512 now, and I run out. I run out. So I want, here we go. I want 1 terabyte. Where's it at? Battery life, RAM size, storage is what I want. There you go. 512 and above. Here we go. Let's see. Okay, 512. 512. Nobody's got a terabyte here. I'll have to get it from my phone supplier. Oh, there we go. S24 Ultra. Oh, it's renewed. 1 terabyte. $800 renewed. Here we go. Here we go. Samsung S25 Galaxy Ultra, 5G, 1 terabyte, 12 gig of RAM. There you go. US model. Okay, cool. 1,100. Here's a pink one. That's renewed. It's renewed too. Why do I want renewed, man? Why are they all the 1 terabytes? I guess they can't get them. All right, hit the like button. Brett, you're going to bed? Oh, you have to work. That's fair enough. It's 10:30 for you. Good night, Grandpa. Yeah, no, I can go to T-Mobile and look and see what they've got. So, because I got a T-Mobile account. So, T-Mobile. Let's see what I can get here. iPhone. Screw iPhone. I don't want iPhone devices. 5G phones. Here we go. Okay. Latest 5G. Apple, Samsung, S25 Edge. That's probably the one I want. 128. That's definitely not what I want. 512. Okay. Where's the 1 terabytes, man? I want 1 terabyte. 1 terabyte. What's so hard about the S25? Oh, you got the S23 on here still. You can still get the S23. S25 Edge, S25 Ultra. Which one? The Ultra should be the better one, right? Yeah, the Ultra is the better one. But I don't want 512. I want 1 terabyte. Oh, it does say 1 terabyte. I can get it. Well, that's the one I want. So let me get this. Why is it not giving me this? 8 promotions. Trade in. Here it's not listing the... It's $1,099 plus taxes. I'm clicking on the storage, so it doesn't give me a choice here. Not much in the way of colors here either. Ugh, pretty ugly. No, it's got to be the S25 Ultra. That's got to be the one. You know, it's the best phone ever, man. Sorry, I need to drone on about this stuff. We're losing people now. 146 people currently here. Better to buy from Samsung and more expensive. Some phones are cheaper on other platforms, but then not set for reach or network. That Zwane Oak really deserves the bunny. Zwane. Oh, that was the dude you're talking about, the Analyze, yeah. What is a PVS 14? What the heck is that? Since today's the S9, they haven't given charge anymore because, according to them, it adds e-waste. Geese, you say that, but what did I have before the 21? The one I had before the S9. Oh, that's right. I went from the 9 to 21. I had a charge with the S9. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. It adds to the waste. How does it add to the waste? We have to buy the damn thing anyway. Something stupid. Yep. Got the phone on Take-A-Lot. $4,000 cheaper than from Samsung. Yeah, no, Amazon will be cheaper, but if they have to have it. Or T-Mobile will be a better deal. But I have to go to them and ask. Morning from Benoni. Hey, Anton, what's going on? So excited for the National Rugby season kicking off. So am I. So am I. 13 test matches for the Springboks, and they've got a tough fall tour up north. Dirk says the season's way too long. Nah, it's not way too long. What do you think about Elon's Tesla phone? I haven't seen it, but I am going to get a Trump phone. I'm going to retire my Sprint phone and get a Trump phone. Yep. Looking forward to that. You drive in certain suburbs and literally window shop for any phone with cash at middle of night. 1,000 will do, but 50-50 chance of making it out alive. Yeah. Hang in there, Colonel, with Trump phone. She's a coming. I know, man. That gold phone. Goldfinger. He's the man. Oh, I could watch some Bond tonight. Bond. James Bond. Mr. Bond. You know, some of the Bonds are so formulaic, they're so predictable, but some were really good, you know. Goldfinger was pretty funny. Yeah. Still rocking my 2019 Huawei. I don't buy Chinese crap. Sorry. Huawei. Chinese. Nah. I have an aversion to it. Well, this is probably Chinese, my HyperX microphone, but I mean, I'm talking about phones. Unfortunately, my coffee's finished. Oh, I need a bigger coffee mug. If you get back to work, have a great day. All right, Maddie. See you later. Alligator. When the Optimus robot kicked in Tesla, it will become $1 trillion company very quickly. Optimus Prime. Transformers. They really ruined the word transformation. Transformers, you know, can't do that anymore. Anton L says, good morning from Benoni. Yeah, somebody mentioned me in Benoni today. Barack Hussein Obama is still using his BlackBerry. He probably is. Oh man, don't say I love Blackberries. BlackBerry was the bomb. It was the shit. BlackBerry was awesome. I loved BlackBerry. It was awesome. I didn't like it initially, but you know, I got so used to it. It was pretty cool. And Research in Motion was an awesome company back then, but alas, it's nothing now. RIM. Research in Motion. You know, they became BlackBerry company, and they're even in business anymore. I don't know. So many great companies can crash and burn. CanStar gone, bought by Nike. Bombardier gone, sold their skidoos. Yep. Yeah, so many great companies. He's banking gone. BlackBerry was the best phone I ever had, says Real Wesley. Well, this is the best phone I ever had. BlackBerry Torch Another Life just for BBM. But yeah, BBM was awesome. BlackBerry Messenger, they kept that going for a long time, but it's not anymore. Good morning, everyone. Thank goodness it's Friday. Yes, it is. When they have big shoes, I will have a Trump phone too. Well, the Trump phone, yeah. I don't know about big shoes, but I'll be getting it just to support the Trumpster. I wonder if they're offering military discounts on the Trump plan. That'd be cool. That would be cool. For Rocher, I use oregano oil. Good, Malcolm. Thank you for that. Okay. Really? Interesting. It only has 500 and 250 and 500. That just sucks, man. I want a terabyte. I want a terabyte. I have 512 now. If I'm gonna get a new phone, I want to upgrade. You know, none of this, you know, partial. We don't go halfway here. What the heck is Rufus? We got some digital assistant here, some AI on Amazon now. Rufus. I guess I haven't been paying attention to it for a while. I haven't been buying things on Amazon for a bit. I need some things, but I haven't been there. So, January 29th, 2021 was when the S21 series was officially released. Yep. Well, all right. So I do have a few news items to talk to you all about here. So let me get them up. Check in on Caitlin Clark. Ooh, Indiana's losing now to Golden State. That's not good. Box score. Let's see. Has Caitlin Clark picked up any points yet? The Valkyries. She's got 7 points. She's got 6 rebounds, 8 assists. So she needs to get going. She's going to make it. Sophie Cunningham still has 6 points. She had the first half. Aaliyah Boston, 17 now. Kelsey Mitchell, 14. Natasha Howard, 13. That front row is picking up some points. Anyway, that game is not going the way it's supposed to. So, back here. Where are my... That's not it. That's not it. Where's it at? Where are you hiding it? That's not it. Come on, man. Where are you guys hiding at? Oh, there it is. Got it. So, the United Kingdom acts like intolerant bully. So, picture this. The Pan-Africanist, the anti-white, anti-colonialist, is upset that he can't go to the home of the empire. Do you know what we're going to call the United Kingdom denying Julius Malema a visa? The Empire Strikes Back. The Empire Strikes Back. Woo! Oh, the Empire Strikes Back. The Rebel Alliance is smacked down. Yes, the United Kingdom Home Office refused to visa EFF leader Julius Malema, labeling him extremist, leading EFF to accuse the UK of suppressing democratic debate and being an intolerant bully. Suppressing democratic debate? You can run your mouth all you want in South Africa, Juju. Run your mouth, but you're not coming to UK. Revenge of the nerds. Yes, no, the Empire Strikes Back. That's right. That's what I should make my next video about. Jewish blame of the Empire Strikes Back. It's frustrating because no EU country will follow. Yeah, well, the US should also do the same thing. Canada should do it, but you're right, none of them will. Zuma is surrounded by political scoundrels. Oh, no, say it ain't so. Scoundrels in the U. Oh, no, the MK has scoundrels? I never would have believed it. It can't possibly be true. It's fake news. No way it's true. Come on, Floyd, tell the truth. Floyd needs a barber. Andy Griffith, Floyd the barber. Floyd Shivambu alleges theft of $7 million a month from the MK party. In a startling revelation during a media briefing in Midrand, Floyd Shivambu accused senior leaders of orchestrating a campaign against him for preventing the squandering of the party's funds. He alleged that he was targeted for attempting to halt the monthly embezzlement of approximately $7 million from the party's funds. Now, I'm a little confused about this. Floyd Shivambu is worried about fiscal accountability responsibility. Isn't he the guy involved in the VBS bank scandal? Did I miss something here? I'm so confused. I thought he was involved with the VBS bank scandal and now he's protecting the funds of MK? Is this the guy you want in charge of money? But question is, what business does Malema have in UK? None. And what's his fascinating with the British colonizers? The white chicas. He's banging a white girl on the side. Did you know that? Did you know that? Told you he's not a racist. Just an opportunist. Well, Oppo is making calls very good. Huh? Where did MK get their funding from? Well, I don't know. We'd have to look at the IC. It's too funny. Floyd Shivambu, the man involved deeply in the VBS banking scandal, is worried about the propriety of money being stolen from MK. Yes, Floyd really looks like he's got chiggers or he's got some sort of facial issue. Dude's got some serious pubes on his face. You need to get a proper beard. Lots of black guys have proper beards, Floyd. You can do it. Johan Rupert is backing Shivambu with $100 million to start his new party. What? What? I know, say it ain't so. I have that line in my head now. Blink-182, all the fine things. It's okay to steal Granny's money. Not okay if you steal the money you wanted to steal. Help others steal the money you want to steal. Good line there, Xavier. Or no, it was Arctic. Sorry, it was Arctic said that. James Moriarty. My arch nemesis Moriarty is here. Holmes. Sherlock Holmes. Yeah, James Moriarty is my nemesis. Imagine being the ANC MK accountants. Yes, well, it's pretty easy in the ANC. They have no money. We have no bananas today. Yep. Garrett Fundamental. What's going on, man? Love the interview with Kali Creel. Okay. Well, hold it would be nice if the federal government was fiscally responsible. But dream on. Dream Weaver. Neva says, a Kennett. What does that mean? Gus finally made it. Good morning. Had 3 coffees already and lost 2 tires. Stolen during the night. Oh my God. Are you serious, Gus? This is getting beyond belief. Getting beyond belief. Anyway, so here he is. Here's our buddy there. It's Floyd Shivambu, Mr. VBS. In a startling revelation during a media briefing, Zuma is surrounded by political scoundrels who use his kindness and sometimes gullibility that comes with age to write down fake intelligence reports on me to influence him in the wrong direction. The reason they do that is because they want to steal money from MK. Folks, I got to tell you, I'm going with the guy that was involved in the VBS scandal. If anybody knows how money gets stolen, it'd be this guy, right? No? He didn't do it? Okay, maybe it's not him. Oh, folks, serious news here. 2 people have been arrested in that murder of the couple in Rustenburg. 2 people have been taken into custody for the murder of a couple in Rustenburg. They were shot dead in a shopping mall parking lot over the weekend. Police have recovered a vehicle and a firearm. A 29 and a 41-year-old suspects arrested in connection with the murders. Northwest Police Commissioner Major General Patrick Asanang said police also recovered a vehicle and firearm during the arrest. The arrest of the 2 suspects is a result of excellent crime intelligence work in identifying, locating, and tracking the vehicle that was used to flee from the crime scene. The vehicle was traced, found, and seized. After questioning, one of them conceded that he was driving the vehicle, and he said his friend had shot the couple. He then led the police to the alleged accomplice in Rustenburg East. The police, upon arrival, found the second person who showed them a pistol. The suspect was immediately placed under arrest and the firearm seized. These swift arrests should send a strong message to those who commit crime that the police in the province will relentlessly track them down. So we don't know the reason for the murder. There was some dispute. We don't know if it was race-related or what, but this elderly couple was gunned down in a Rustenburg parking lot, a parking lot that I probably spent much time in. I still don't know if it's the Waterfall Mall. It's never been identified. Notice he never got charged for VBS. Yeah, never got charged. The ANC's rainy funds just dried up. Don't know how they're going to pay their wages now. Well, Conrad, it's a good point. Where's the money going to come from? Russia doesn't have it. This flooding in the Eastern Cape is pretty scary, folks. So now we've got 11 hours in a tree. A woman's harrowing survival story as floods claim family members. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Devastating floods ravaged the Eastern Cape's Matata region, killing at least 92 people now, approaching 100. Infrastructure damage estimated at 4 billion rand. 4,229 destroyed households, 413 damaged schools, affecting 48,000 pupils. Survivors like Talita Kihinga, Asongweza Latabani and Pumeza Pamani have shared heartbreaking stories of watching family members swept away by sudden floodwaters. One of the survivors is a young woman, Talita Kihinga, from Slovo Park. I went to save our mother who was struggling. It was in that process that the water swept us away. They all drowned, disappeared in front of me. I stayed on top of the tree in the cold and fear until I was rescued around 4 p.m., 11 hours afterwards. Good God. What a horrific situation. What a horrific situation. Why people are allowed to build in floodplains is beyond comprehension. Spectres from EU told Davi Root it's easy for South Africa to get off the grey list. Just follow through on the Zondo findings. Yeah, it's easy. Not. My money is in 200 Rand bail, and they'll just disappear. Yep. Shovambu will always stay a runaway. Red Teletubby. Gotta go. Teresa Rudman. Where are you going, Teresa? Didn't you just say hello? Madeline Ruiz says, glad you're back. Well, thank you, Madeline. It's very kind of you. Good to see you there as well. Okay. The Zondo hearings were a show trial. Exactly. We just got a World Bank loan, so ANC will be okay before Christmas. Yep, that's right. You're correct, Art. The $1.5 billion will last them until Christmas before they run through that. Because it won't be used for infrastructure or development or the economy. It'll be used for the pockets of the ANC. Wanda Koch, welcome to you. What's the news in the Epstein list? No news. Who cares? Epstein's dead. Nothing happening there. Kenya urges respect for diplomatic missions after their embassy was struck by an Iranian missile. A senior Kenyan official said foreign diplomatic missions must be protected by Iran and Israel after a strike in Tel Aviv's Ramat Gan area on Thursday, within 700 meters of the East African country's embassy. Foreign missions are inviolable under international law and must be excluded and protected from armed conflict at all times. I agree. But Iran is not acting responsibly. So what do you want us to do? Israel's continuing their conflicts. Israeli Defense Forces nail a site in Iran. So as the conflict enters its second week, European foreign ministers are set to meet Iranian officials in Switzerland to push for de-escalation. Let's take a look at some of the footage here. Wow. That's in Kondab, Iran. Just wiped out. President Trump says he'll decide whether to strike Iran within 2 weeks. Iran's on notice. Yep. As the conflict enters its second week, Israel and Iran continue to exchange fire. An Israeli hospital was hit. Yep. Israel's war in Iran is costing hundreds of millions of dollars a day. Well, I should imagine. War is not cheap. Juneteenth goes unnoticed in the White House, as it should. This fake racist holiday. Yeah, that's what I said. It's a racist holiday. If people want to celebrate the end of slavery in America, let's celebrate the end of slavery. Not some fictional day in June, which wasn't the end of slavery, but December 6th, 1865, when the 13th Amendment was ratified and it became the law of the land as the 13th Amendment to the Constitution. That's when. But you cowards want a holiday in June so you can go hang out on the beach instead of celebrating, commemorating those who gave their lives and sacrificed all to end slavery, including my great-great-grandfathers. Juneteenth goes uncelebrated at the White House as Trump complains about too many holidays. President Trump made no statement about the federal holiday that commemorates the end of slavery, other than saying there were too many like it. Lesser occasions routinely garner official proclamations. Oh, I'm sorry. Asha Shivari Kavi, you just sound a little bit bumhurt. It's a bogus, racist holiday that should not occur in June, 6th December. And nobody can make a cogent argument against what I said there. They can call me all kinds of names, but if you want to celebrate the end of slavery, let's do it when it ended, 6th December. Until 6th December, it was still legal to own people in the United States. 1865, not June 19th. That's just BS nonsense. Texas wants to celebrate that as a holiday. They're welcome to do it, but that is not even the end of slavery in Texas. Total nonsense. What's really sad is they're not allowed to build in the flood lines. They grab the land illegally and build. I know, Varushka, that's my point. Why are they keeping us out there? It's a good question, Klaus. Since we have the majority of the voting shares in the World Bank, why do we allow that to happen? So all this whining about Trump is punishing, he's getting us out of his business. What a crock. He just let a $1.5 billion loan go through. If he was trying to punish South Africa, we would have been punished a long time ago. These lies about Trump are just amazing. I think he should punish South Africa just for the lies. Yeah, good luck, Iran. Good morning, Rudolph Skeppers. Civil War should be commemorated, not Juneteenth. Klaus Ulrich, IRCG, says the attacks did not make a difference on the nuclear program as most materials are spread all over the country underground. Well, Willem, they can say that, but the Israelis are hitting all their nuclear sites so far. The only couple they haven't hit. Map showing Iran missile strikes in Israel looks pretty arbitrary. Question, liberal to poor quality missiles. You know, it's a good question, Xavier. And that's the point that I made. I gave Iran the benefit of the doubt and said that they may not be targeting civilian targets. They may just have poor missiles and poor guidance systems, you know, failed missiles. So, whereas the Israelis, clearly surgical strikes. Pretty sure that, oh, by the way, they destroyed 2 F-14 Tomcats on the ground. Not even sure if they're operational, but the Israelis blew them up in Tehran. Yes, based on the radioactive signature, they can determine radioactive materials, whether it's cesium, plutonium, uranium. Yep. They can detect those things. Real Wesley Smith, have a good one. Rakes is here. Welcome to you. Juneteenth. No, thank you. Silver is surging. I was going to buy some silver recently, and I regret not doing it because now the price is spiking. Surging silver prices are prompting people to empty their jewelry boxes. Strong industrial demand brings the precious metals' highest price levels in more than a decade. Gold gets all the glory, but silver prices have surged as much as 27% this year. As with gold, jittery investors are scooping up the precious metal, but silver prices are getting extra jolt from strong industrial demand, especially from solar panel makers. Unlike gold, which is used mostly as a store of wealth and in jewelry, the bulk of silver demand, 80%, comes from manufacturers. It was supposed to be a problem for silver prices this year. Analysts expected silver demand to be hurt by President Trump's trade war and undermining the renewable energy incentives. That forecast looked pressing in April when Trump launched his tariff barrage, but silver prices tumbled alongside stocks and other assets, but prices have come roaring back since then, spurring a rise in silver sellers who are flocking to coin shops. So silver in May was $13 an ounce. Now it's $25 an ounce. Wow. Like I said, I was going to buy silver back in April, May. I should have done it. It dropped all the way back here. That was one day. That's weird. Dropped almost nothing. That can't be right. 1980 was a record price when the Hunt brothers tried to corner the silver market in 1980, and inflation-adjusted prices, they got up to $48.70. Yep. Yeah, in 2011, they also shot up under Obama to $48 an ounce. But silver traditionally has been pretty inexpensive. Look, it's from 85 all the way to 2005. If you bought silver, you wouldn't have made a penny. It was $5 an ounce in 85. It was $5 an ounce in 2005, 20 years later. But look at this. All over the place. Silver. Wonder what has happened to South Africa. No one knows what's happened to it. Good morning, AJ Quinn. Curious, when will the woke group celebrate the end of the white slave trade? Wasn't that one of the reasons for the U.S. Navy? It was. Also the impressment of American merchant marines. Julie, lucky, yes, we are. As soon as I heard a noise in my house, I woke up and sent my wife and daughter to the bathroom and told them to call Laser. Ray Cordier, what's going on here? You just jumped into conversation and you're having a conversation. Okay, here it is up here. Sorry. Good morning. This morning, our house was broken into, but our private security Laser was here in minutes. Yeah, they wanted to. I'm sorry to hear that, Rudolph. Wow. Did anything happen? Did they get the scumbags? They'll be back. I mean, that's a scary thought. You need to be prepared. You need to be prepared. So the silver coin that I was given recently is probably worth a lot more money now. This was a gift from my friend, my 86, 87-year-old friend. It's Trump. Fight, fight, fight. This is pure silver. Gave me that coin recently. Worth a lot more now, I guess. Didn't know that. It's only worth something if I get rid of it. I have no intention of getting rid of it. It was a gift. They blew up Cruz's Tomcat. Yes, they did. In Tehran. The Israeli Defense Force blew up Tom Cruise's Tomcat. Yep. Yep, they sure did. So the Indiana Fever are going to lose this game, man. They're losing by 10 points with just 30 seconds left. Caitlin Clark got 11 points, 9 assists, and 7 rebounds. But Indiana Fever had a huge lead in the first half. Shame. Shame. Anyway. All right, we're done with that. Take that off, and let me just check on the news here in general. If anything's breaking at this hour. Probably nothing. It's late at night here. Trump's 2-week negotiating window sets off a scramble to restart stalled Iranian talks. Appeals court lets Trump keep control of the California National Guard. Well, of course, because it's legal. It's in the Constitution. It's in the War Powers Act. It's a matter of law. Of course. There you go. A panel rejected the lower court's findings. So the activist demon rat judge, Stephen Breyer's evil brother, an octogenarian, loses. It rejected his decision. A panel rejected lower court's finding that it was likely illegal for Trump to use state troops to protect immigration agents. Federal appeals court on Thursday cleared the way for President Trump to keep using the National Guard. Well, they didn't clear anything. That's what the law says. Olivia Brit, thank you for your membership. Declaring that a judge in San Francisco erred last week when he ordered Mr. Trump to return control of the guards to Gavin Newsom. In a unanimous 38-page ruling, a 3-judge panel, the U.S. Court of Appeals from the Ninth Circuit held that the conditions in Los Angeles were sufficient for Mr. Trump to decide what he needed to take federal control of California's National Guard. A lower court judge had concluded the protests were not severe enough. That's because he's a fraud. Yep. But the panel includes 2 Trump appointees and 1 from Biden disagree with the lower court. Affording appropriate deference to the president's determination, we conclude that he likely acted within the authority to federalize the National Guard. The ruling was not a surprise. Yep. The Trump administration urged the appeals court to find that the judiciary could not review Trump's decision to take control of the state's National Guard under the statute he invoked, which sets conditions like if there's a rebellion against the government authority. The appeals court declined to go that far, but they did say that it's his. So here's the decision. I'm going to open it up so I've saved it. 38-page decision. Wow. Appeals court says Trump can keep control of the California National Guard. Of course he can. Yep. The Ninth Circuit, which used to be a disaster for the Trump administration and for conservatives, votes in his favor. Here it is. United States Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit, Gavin Newsom, Governor of California versus Donald Trump, Pete Hegseth, and Department of Defense. Yep. District Court determined the plaintiffs presented no evidence. Wow. Temporary restraining order. Look at that, man. Standard review, discussion. The statute provides whenever the United States or any of the Commonwealths or possessions invade or is in danger of invasion by a foreign nation, or if there's a rebellion or danger of rebellion against the authority of the United States, the president is unable with the regular force to execute the laws. All of those are things that apply here. It's a long decision, man. Anyway, we're not going to read all that. So there you go. Do all the states have a National Guard? Yes, they do. Call me Novak. And the District of Columbia also has National Guard, as well as Puerto Rico. Yep. Territories that can also have National Guard. Well, I can give you the link for it if you want. Okay. Let's see if this will fit in the chat. I don't know if it's too long. Sometimes I make these too long. There you go. That's the link for the PDF if you want that decision. There you go. Okay. There you go. 3 armed men standing in front of me demanding money and car keys, but as soon as lasers showed up, they ran. Armed men. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Ray. That's terrible, man. Where do you live, if you don't mind sharing? You don't have to give me a street number, just where. The problem is if you comply, they'll still shoot you. That's the scary part. That's the scary part. You know, there's only one solution for people like that. Dirt nap. Shannon saw my interview with Collar Creel. Did you guys like that? Peter say, Betts Corb is back. Good to see you again. Yeah, every night people are talking about their fences broken into, their farms broken into, their homes broken into, been robbed. Someone had their phone stolen earlier. 6 different people in my earlier broadcast today said they were denied jobs and had job interviews this week. Wow. Live on the South Coast, KZ in a small town. Okay. So sorry to hear that, man. Truly baffled. Is it only me? How can people attack and riot to keep criminals off the streets? It's because they hate America and they love lawlessness. Did you guys see that ridiculous university graduation? People acting like animals, dancing around like fools. Did you guys see that? You know what I'm talking about, right? Stephen Orkey is off to work. Take care. Also good to have a strong insecticide like Doom. That works. Strangest thing happened. Phones got WhatsApp conference calls at the same time and date was shown. Could not drop calls at all, even deleted group, and still stayed on. Never happened before. That's strange. Your phone been hacked? We're not 6 hours and 7 minutes behind. It's 12:10. Your time is wrong. My time is atomic time. It's 12:10. That's 12:09. 1 minute behind. We're 6 hours. Veroshka, have a super day. All right. Uncle was followed into his house by 4 guys. He said, please don't hurt us. I'll help you clear the house and have everything. Just don't hurt us. They shot him. Did he survive, Milk, or did he die? Yeah, no. In front of his wife and 2 daughters. Yeah, no. I mean, they come in your home. There's only one resolution. And that's the end of life for them. Natasha says, sorry for taking so long to subscribe. Natasha, you were subscribed. You mean become a member? That's different. Point blank. Well, there are a lot of fake videos out there. There's a lot of fake news out there, too. A lot of fake content creators as well. A lot of fake stuff out there. A lot of fakes. Yep. Gosh. Sorry, folks. People are sending me a message now. People are waking up in South Africa. Gun was inheritance from my late hubby. That's crazy. Yeah, the law does protect the criminal. That's the problem. Well, Milk and Honey, if they walk in your house and they pull a gun on you, they're threatening your life. I mean, honestly, look, I appreciate where we're coming from, but I mean, if the alternative is you're dead, then you have no option. Even if you're going to be charged with murder, you have no option but to take them out. National dialogue, yep. Where are the economists, investors represented? It's like we have money to waste. Why can't everyone just refuse to participate? Yeah, so. Natasha hasn't been sleeping much. It's okay. I am Chinese. My husband is an Afrikaner. We are living in China currently, and we just married a month. Nathan. Nathan? Are you using your husband's account? Something fishy here. YouTube is not going to do anything with the fake news. They're making tons of money off of it. And I don't mind. They can put fake news out there. That just, it makes me look all that much more credible, All that much more credible. I mean, look, things are so bad on the internet that, even Baby Chris is, reliable. Baby Chris can tell you the truth. I mean, it's just insane. Oh, it's been 3 weeks. Okay, get a grip. I mean, honestly, people have no idea what's involved here. A thorough background investigation must be completed. You have to prove who you are, where you're from, what you're saying is true. That has to take place. There's an administrative process that has to take place. Interviews have to be conducted. Medical screening has to be done. All this stuff takes time. Stuff takes time, man. Stuff takes time. Even Baby Chris knows the deal. Baby Chris is down with it, man. Good Lord. Can I adopt him? I want to adopt him. Mine is the beard. His beard and his mustache are too much, man. I love the furrowed brow. That's really cool, too. Yeah, Baby Chris. Baby shark, do-do-do-do-do-do. Baby shark, do-do-do-do-do. Oh, God, I hate that song. Oh, my goodness. Oh, jeez. We got to do more of those baby things. I've downloaded a couple apps where you can do this, and I got to decide which one to pay for. Oh my goodness. All his competencies. No, they're just trying to keep people from me. Werner Kasselman, how are you? Ziemlich gut. Danke sehr. There's going to be a Malema baby. Yeah, no, I can't wait to do the Malema baby one. Oh, it's an earworm, man. It's an earworm, yeah. When she sent me that video, I just almost wet myself laughing. It was so good. And that Baby Chris, so they take your image and the AI extrapolates. That looks very much like what I looked like when I was a little kid, minus the mustache and beard. Yeah. Yeah, that's an impossible standard, Wesley to Cook. You know what I say to that? Say hello to my friends Smith and Wesson. That's what I say to that. Yep. No, that ain't gonna happen. And you invade my home, you're going down. Villain Pretorius. I don't answer questions about if and when I'm coming to South Africa because of threats. Okay? So just let them keep guessing. Let's just say if I come back to South Africa, you'll know when I'm there. Okay? You'll know when I'm there if I come back. Well, if they're carrying out their TV, then your life's not in danger. No, you can't shoot someone who's carrying out your TV because they're just robbing you. Yeah, but if they've got a gun and they threaten you with a gun, yeah, that's a different story. Kalpana Sony, what's going on, man? Bugger off bunny AI as well. Yeah, we need that bugger off bunny. But the bugger off bunny, man, is celebrating, That dude loves the fact that we hit 100,000 subscribers. Oh, there he is again. There he is again. See, right there, right there. There's the bugger off bunny celebrating 100,000 subscribers. Look at that. Woo! 100,000 subscribers. Mm-hmm. Firearm competency training. Who needs firearm competency training? I don't need competency training. I know how to use a firearm. I've been shooting guns for 50 years. I've been shooting guns for 50 years, man. Who needs competency? They can take your stuff, but they can't take your blood. Yep. What's this one? Why is that there? That's an odd place for that. That should be up here. There we go. What's happened to society? People behind keyboards threaten people to the extent that you can't share your movements. Well, Shannon, it's real. Yeah, it's real. So, So Rob Hersoff hasn't explained why he's not doing stuff anymore, but I suspect it has with threats and threatening his family. Read properly. Milk, have you done firearm competency training? I read that properly. I don't need firearm competency training. Why do people need competency training? Your pops should teach you how to use a fire gun, or your mom, or a firearm, excuse me. No, it is terrible. Welcome to Stay By Us, living off grid near Nelsbrit. We're not making it sound very appealing there, Rudolph Skeppers, living off the grid. Takes 6 months to get competency, another 6 to get your license. They really try to make it crazy hard. Yep. If he's in my house carrying out my TV, he's valuing my TV more than he's valuing his life. Well, in my house, I would agree. But yeah, your point is that if they're carrying the TV out, they're not a threat. Well, that's a valid point. But if they come to your house with a firearm, no, Charles, I know it's the rules. I know it's the rules. I'm familiar with the path. I'm just being facetious. I'm saying I don't need one. I don't need any competency tests. My competency test is 5 combat tours. Exactly, Arctic. It's not about how to use it. It's about when to use it. Agreed. Agreed. And even here where we have the right to keep and bear arms and we have the castle doctrine and people are allowed to use firearms, we still have prosecutors who maliciously prosecute people, particularly if the offender that gets killed is black and the defendant is white, the person defend themselves. It happens far too often in St. Louis. It happens in Philadelphia, and in D.C. Well, Raina says, so tired and everything. Good night's rest. My brain is so trained to wake up every strange sound. Well, excuse me, Raina. I know where you're coming from. I had a sleep disorder, and when I left the Army, I was only sleeping 15 or 20 minutes at a time all night long. It was exhausting. And then they evaluated me for sleep disorder. They gave me a 0% rating, no disability for it, even though I couldn't sleep. It was ruining my life. And then after being out of the Army for a bit, within a year, I was sleeping well. So now I typically can sleep for a few hours. Sometimes I wake up a couple times during the night. Sometimes I sleep through the night. Lately, I've been sleeping through the night, which is pretty good. Yeah, Charles knows how to use a weapon yet. Good morning, Estelle. What's going on? Anyone entering my house without my permission, an ungodly hour will be maggot food, says Buster. I hear you. Our laws are different. We have to carry concrete. Private individuals not allowed to open carry. Yeah, well, every state in America has different laws too. So, I mean, it's, some you can have concealed carry, some open carry. So you have to have a license to do certain things in Pennsylvania. Yep. Kills me. Annalene Erasmus. But, any news on progress on the bill going into law to sanction specific individuals? No. That's what I said. When people got all excited and those bills came up and they acted like there's laws, I said, no, these are bills being introduced in Congress by Troy Nehls and by the other guy, by what's his name? The former surgeon. Anyway, I said, neither one of them is likely to go anywhere. And they're not going anywhere. Taught my kids how to use gun and compound bow when they were still small. Yeah, I learned how to use guns when I was young and respect for them. So I like about the Jesse Stone movies. Jesse Stone is very careful with firearms. He always checks them, make sure they're empty. PA, concealed carry covered, but not New Jersey and Delaware. Yeah, the New Jersey and Delaware are criminal states. They're criminal states. I remember that black woman who had been raped in Philadelphia, and then they tried to rape her again, and her brother said, get a gun. She took her training course. She got a license. She got a firearm to defend herself, and she had it in her car, which is legal, where she had it. And then what happened was, it was in the trunk, I think, in a lock. Anyway, she got on that stupid turn down by the stadium and sports complex where you get stuck and you're forced to go across the river to New Jersey. She did that. She went across River New Jersey, came off the first exit, stopped at the bottom of the hill to turn left because you go under the bridge and then you come back around and go back across the overpass. And as she went through there, woo! New Jersey cops pulled her over. She admitted she had a gun. She was arrested. They were going to convict her as a felon and send her to jail for like 5 or 6 years as a felon for a licensed firearm. Then you had the situation where the guy from Georgia had a firearm. It was locked in his trunk, in a lock, and the ammunition wasn't in there. He had a license for it, and his wife was divorcing him. She was estranged. His mother call the state police because she hadn't heard from him. I guess his cell phone wasn't working or something like that. Drove up from Georgia. He got pulled over in New Jersey before he got to his mom's house. And the cops asked him if he had any weapons. He said, yeah, I've got a gun in the back. He was arrested and sent to jail for 5 years as a convicted felon for firearms violation. So he can never own a gun again. He didn't do anything wrong. That guy went to jail. That black lady got off because of the uproar. She didn't go. They dropped the charges. But that guy went to New Jersey Penitentiary. It's unacceptable. Unacceptable. Sleeping through the nights after midnight for you, Chris, and given the amount of content you're producing, you must be exhausted. Thank you for your effort and work. Very valuable to have varied views. Well, Shannon, yeah, no, but I get enough sleep. This morning I got up late. I mean, I was awake at 6, but I didn't get up till around 9. Guns don't kill people. People kill people. Yeah, and if they don't have guns, they use knives. They don't have knives, they use automobiles. They don't have automobiles, they use bricks. They don't have bricks, they push you off into traffic, push you into a train. They'll always kill people. You can't stop that. All you can do is punish the people or identify them before they pull it off. Yep. Really enjoyed Jesse Stone's movie, so I wish they made more. I know there are 9 of them, but I'm greedy. It's not enough. And I always get confused about the order. So there's a few that I like more than the others. I like the first one. It's really cool. And it starts out, but it's out of order. The first one is not the first one they did. They did the first one second. Strange. Anyway, it's weird because they kill a character in the first movie that they made, which is the second book in the series. The character gets killed. But then they make the first movie, and that character is back because the character was still alive. It's really weird. Anyway. Pointless kitchen knives. Well, that's not going to solve any problem in the UK. They're just morons. You can just slash people then. They're stupid people. Had my little one shoot with a 12 gauge last weekend. Hey, Mad Max, did you send me the video? Somebody sent me a video of their kids shooting a 12 gauge. I thought that was you. That was pretty cool. Not much of a recoil on that 12 gauge. You got a shortage of powder in that round, in that buckshot. Yep. So anyway, yeah. Saw that. That was pretty cool video. No, pointless kitchen knives are pointless. They have no value added. They're useless. Anyway, they're all just tools for bad behavior. Yep, exactly right. That's the bottom line. So Friday, folks, we'll have, let me see. I don't think I've got a response to this. I may have someone answering. Sorry, folks. I'm just checking on the sorry. So, sorry, that was important. Chris, you get the SAR-1 here in the States, different name. I don't know that you can get that rifle here. Can you? Need up some range time. There you go. Yes, it was you, Max. I thought so. Morning. Oh, missed a lot. Martin, you can always go back and watch from the beginning. Just watching your other video. Which one, Fiona? Virtual Western Cape is here. Golda Kruger. I thought you left, Golda. Or am I confusing that with someone else earlier? Yodia Prinsloo. Hello to you. Anyway. Yeah, folks. So today we will have possibly an interview, which might not be live, might be recorded like the Kali Creel interview was. And then we're going to have the news. Then after the news, later in the day on Rugby Senate, it will be British and Irish Lions taking on the Argentine Pumas in Ireland. There was that lady in South Africa that said the word sent jail for 2 years. What about Malema seeing Killabor? Well, that's Corp. That's allowed. The FNL, yeah, it's a Belgian rifle, is it not? Your cats wake you up at 5 a.m. for their soft food? Oh, very unfair. The Galil is Israeli. Charles is too quick. R1 is this? Yeah, FNL. Yeah, which is a Belgian rifle. Fiona didn't say which video. Oh, last night's video. Okay, well, okay, last night's video for you guys is still this evening for me. That was the video that I did late afternoon. So, anyway, right, guys, 195 likes is all we got. There's 236 people here right now. Wow, nobody's tuning in tonight, folks. But that's because I didn't advertise the video because of the way it was set up. So that's probably my fault. A lot of people don't even know we're live. So I'm glad that those of you who are here actually found me. But this phone takes so long to charge, even with a fast charger. That's at 82%. My S21 would have been charged already, even though it's got a massive battery in it. Actually, that does need some juice in it. So let me stop charging that and put some juice in this. There we go. 37%. Yeah, that'll be dead by morning. There's a lot of FN knockoff kits out there. Okay. 7.5 bird shots, so not too much group. Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, it did seem like there's a lot of recoil for the little one there. She loves it. Well, yeah, I think the first shotgun I ever shot might have been a 12 gauge or might have been a 410. I'm trying to remember. Might have been a 410 they started me out on. Good morning, good evening, Colonel. Hope you're all well. Colonel, can I ask a big favor? Is there any, I can send you Rainier, I mean, I'm trying to shy away from doing those things. You can send it to me and I'll consider whether to put it up or not. Yeah, so. Daniel Defense made a version. Okay. Rainier, that's Mornay, right? And Lee, we're not talking about the Samsungs. That was like an hour ago, man. R5 is Galil with short and barrel. Yep, okay. Anton Els is here. Yeah, originally Belgium, yep. South Africa was the most powerful military in Africa. Now it's a bunch of homeless guys dressed up in army uniforms, knocking up their fellow soldiers and running around HIV positive. Get the whole story, man. Tell the whole story, Buster B. It's really sad. Really sad. 1 qualified Gripen pilot, 2 operational aircraft, 4 operational helicopters, no operational diesel submarines. So sad. So sad. And it's not for lack of money. It's not for lack of effort put in. They just... the Khaled Creel interview really upset you. Why is that, Krista? Because of what happened to Mr. Peterson? Or because of the interview? Jerry, good morning to you. 5.56 is being phased out in the U.S. to be replaced by... I don't know anything about that. 5.56, that's a lot of rounds, man. That's a lot of weapons. Price of guns here is crazy. My pistol costs $40,000. Well, it depends what kind of pistol. So let me look. I can look up a Sig Sauer. Okay. Sig Sauer. Okay, let's take a look at some Sig Sauers. Okay. Okay, firearms. Let's go with the pistols. P320. Does it give the price? $357. So that's not the firearm. I was gonna say that can't be right. Come on. Doesn't give the price because it's just a manufacturer's site. Let me see. 9mm full size, 10 round steel magazine. 21 round steel magazine. Let's check that one out. Oh yeah, it refers you to gunbrokerguns.com. You're at least 18 years old. $1,710, and you're talking about that was expensive. Damn, for a firearm, for a pistol, $1,700. Man, I know how to pick them, don't I? Wow, $1,710, 9mm, 9x19 parabellum. Wow, that's expensive. That's expensive, man. Let's go for a Glock. Okay, explore Glock pistols. Bass Pro Shop sells them. Let's see what Bass is selling them for. That's a real man shop there. I'm not going to put on camera because I'll probably get a strike for that. Yes, you can own a firearm. You have the same rights as every American. Okay. Glock G19 semi-automatic pistol, 9mm, $540 to $560. That's in Bass Pro Shops. Anyway. There you have it. Etienne McCarthy, welcome. Sloth Puppy. It's like Texas Rangers. One Texas Ranger, one war, one pilot, 2 aircraft. In the late 80s, early 90s, I was in high school in a very small town in Free State. We had cadets each week learning to drill, shoot 22s to range in school. Yeah, that's pretty cool, Reith. Be stoned. The entire reason for the AR-15 having is because it's generic to NATO. Correct. No, I'm not waving firearms, so yeah. I'm not showing them on camera. No, just mentioning. Smith & Wesson says, yeah. Hello, say hello to my little friend. Tanya Rasmus, thank you for subscribing. Palmetto State Armory. Okay. Gen 6 launched. Okay, thank you for sharing that, Alley Cat. She showed hearing test. I had done plenty. Something off there. Huh? Don't know what that's about. Ash Potato, how's it going? Anyway, guys, hour and a half. It's that time. I'll see you later in the day. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit the like button if you haven't done that already. And we'll catch you on the flip side. All right? Cool beans. Good night. Take care of yourselves. And we'll catch you in a bit. Cheers.